Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ultimate raw bread video. This recipe is going to have everything really what you could ever think of. Lots of sweets, berries, nuts and seeds, greens, all the vitamin alphabet, micronutrients, minerals, everything. Stay tuned, it's coming right up. Alright, so here we are guys, let's go through the ingredients one by one of what we're gonna use today. From the right to the left we got some wheatgrass, Moringa powder just to amp up our super grain game. Well, this recipe is going to have this sorrel anyways, so we are having fresh leafy greens as well, but it's always a good advice to add some more super greens if you can. Then we got like a whole zucchini. Well, this one's gonna go with the wet ingredients on the left here, with some pineapple and lemon, and oh well, 2 apples as well, and blueberries. These together are going to be our wet ingredient, with some apple cider vinegar as well, of course. And as for the dry part, well, we got some golden flax seeds and walnuts. We are not really using too much seasoning here, because this is going to be a slightly sweet, well, some could argue this is very much sweet with this much fruit, but we are using lots of greens to counteract and balance that, and also the nuts and seeds are kind of like the middle ground. Flaxseed is very natural, we aren't really, you know, putting in like a kilogram of cashews or whatnot, so that it would be very heavy on fats either. So our only spice is going to be a little cinnamon. I very much like cinnamon in any sweet dish. It lowers blood sugars and tastes good, last but not least, of course. And well, this is the natural stevia. This is not the extract, this is the whole green leaf, so this is slightly bitter as well as sweet, so be careful with that, but it's also a good alternative to sweeten if you don't mind its aftertaste or its side taste. Some people like it, some people don't. I'm kinda okay with that. And well, to the green game, we also got some sea spaghetti here, just soaking up. Look at these awesome leaves. Well, sea vegetables are always nice addition to any meal you eat. Please do add it. The iodine and also those micronutrients. We will have, I'm sure that we will have all the macronutrients hit to the 100%. And as I was checking my previous raw breads, the micronutrient data on Chronometer, I was lacking on vitamin E. So this time I'm not forgetting to add some rice bran extract as well. This stuff is super high in vitamin E, so I'm sure we will have everything to the max, and a tiny bit of salt, not much, just like a pinch. Alright, so let's get into it. We are starting with the dry ingredients first. Some golden flax seeds. Almost all of it, this is like half a kilo. And some walnuts. Let's say like 100 gram or so, 1 cup. And this is gonna be a fine powder in just a second. And here we go. Awesome, perfectly done. We got a large, well, or rather a tall bowl. It's important to have a large enough bowl, guys, because, I don't know, I can never have enough, or well, rather big bowls. It's a pain in the ass to work when I can't really, you know, stir it, combine everything well together, because it just runs out on the side. I'll need some spoon. Alright, so, well, half of it is already done. The wet part is gonna be in a few more steps, because we want to preserve some texture as well, like texture of the blueberries and texture of the sorrel. And look at it, wow. The smell of this freshly ground golden flaxseed and walnut together, I just absolutely love it. It almost tastes like, well, I'm not gonna taste it, but it's like those baked goods back in the days of our grandmas used to make. It's awesome. It's a perfectly good replacement for any flour-based recipe. Alright, so now that this is done, let's move on to the wet ingredients. First, we will need to chop this zucchini up. Perfect. You go in there. The pineapple, I think we can do it together. Good. Next is the lemon. Oh well, splashes a bit. It will already be like a good smoothie. Smells awesome. Good. And just because my craft is full, I'm pouring half of it into the dry ingredients already. Wow, looking beautiful. I'll add half of the blueberries and the greens and a tiny bit of the seaweed. I think I actually could add all the remaining greens. Let's pour a few out, so we are preserving the texture. Yeah. And all our greens and all the blueberries. Alright, let's blend this together as well. Or well, you know, just very lightly pulse it. And now combining everything together. Let's get a spoon. Some perfect texture. I wanted to have some blueberries there in as well. This is indeed gonna be my ultimate bread. With like 3-4 different textures. If you ever wanted to, you know, impress anyone with raw food, make him that. Alright, now let's get a big wooden spoon. And let's see whether our dry ingredients were enough, or if they weren't, we will have to use the last bits of the golden flaxseed as well. Well, it doesn't really look good at this stage, but it will in the end. Greens and blueberries, my god, the taste is wonderful here already. The lemon, let's add our spices, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of Himalayan pink salt, a little bit of green stevia, apple cider vinegar, and my god, I haven't even used the apples. Well, false advertisement. I think I won't, because we don't really need more of the wet part. I just thought I might need it. If I haven't had enough of the liquid, then I would have used it, but I won't. I need more of the dry. And we're gonna blend all the rest of the flax. Tiny bit of brown flax as well. This will be enough. Yeah, this will be a good balance of the dry and wet. A little bit of wheatgrass, a little bit of moringa. Well, yeah, it's just the brown rice barn. If you wanted more vitamin E, then definitely buy this one. Alright, so now let's combine these two together. Perfect, my god, it smells as pineapple. And I'm seeing the texture of the blueberries, that's what I was looking for. Awesome, gonna look perfect when it dehydrates. Alright, one sheet. And we are making 3 in total. Awesome, this will do for the first. Let's split it in 8s. 2 horizontal and 2 vertical lines. Good. And let's draw some hearts. And into the dehydrator it goes for like 6 to 8 hours, at least on both sides. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, subscribe, share it with your friend who loves sweet bread, like, dislike, and see you in the next one. Love.